Most guys believe that attraction is something you can force. If you just say the right words, act a certain way, or play the perfect game, she'll magically want you. But here's the reality. You can't convince a woman to be attracted to you. You can only become the kind of man she can't ignore. And this is where most men fail. They chase, they plead, they try to prove their worth. But the moment you start trying to win over a woman, especially one who isn't interested, you've already lost. Why? Because attraction doesn't work that way. Women don't choose based on logic. They don't sit down and analyze a man's qualities like a job application. They feel attraction. And feelings? They're not controlled by reason. They're triggered. That's why you've seen men who barely try, who don't seem to care, yet women chase after them. On the flip side, you've seen guys who do everything right. Nice, polite, respectful, but get left in the dust. It's not about fairness. It's about what moves a woman emotionally. So if you've ever been in a situation where a woman didn't seem interested, where she pulled away or barely gave you attention, this video is for you. By the time we're done, you'll understand exactly what shifts the dynamic. You'll know how to position yourself as the man she wants, not the man she tolerates. And no, this isn't about manipulation, trickery, or some pickup artist nonsense. It's about becoming the kind of man women naturally respect, desire, and even chase after. The kind of man who triggers deep attraction, even in a woman who once dismissed him. So, if you're ready to stop begging for attention and start commanding it, let's get into it. Step 1. Stop trying to impress her. The first step to attracting any woman, even if she's not interested, is to stop trying to impress her. You might not want to hear this, but the harder you try to make a woman like you, the less she will. Most men fall into this trap without even realizing it. They think that if they just say the right things, dress a certain way, or show off their achievements, she'll magically feel attraction. But that's not how it works. Women don't fall for men who seek their approval. They fall for men who don't need it. If you're constantly trying to win her over, what does that say about your value? It screams desperation. It tells her that you believe she's above you, and that's a major turnoff. Now, let's look at what really works. Think about the guys who naturally attract women. Do they look like they're trying? No, they just do their own thing and women come to them. That's because attraction isn't about what you do, it's about who you are. When a man is comfortable in his own skin, women feel it. He doesn't try too hard. He doesn't over-explain himself, and he definitely doesn't put her on a pedestal. Let's say you're at a party. You see a woman you're interested in. Most guys will immediately start talking too much, trying to be funny, or buying her drinks to impress her. But the man who truly understands attraction does the opposite. He keeps things effortless. He throws in a playful comment, keeps the interaction short, and then moves on, like she's not the most important thing in the room. And here's what happens next. Instead of you trying to get her attention, she starts trying to get yours. She wonders why you're not chasing like every other guy. That curiosity turns into attraction. So if you want to shift the dynamic in your favor, stop thinking you need to prove anything. The less you try to impress her, the more she'll respect and desire you. Step 2. Be willing to walk away. The second step to attracting any woman you want is to be willing to walk away. This is where most men fail. They stick around hoping she'll change her mind, waiting for her to finally notice them. But here's the harsh truth. If a woman knows she has you no matter what, she will never truly value you. Women don't chase men who are always available. They chase men who can walk away without hesitation. Why? Because scarcity creates value. Think about it. When something is rare or hard to get, people want it more. But when it's always there, it becomes ordinary. The same applies to attraction. Now, most guys do the opposite. If a woman loses interest, they panic. They start texting more, chasing harder, and trying to fix the situation. And in doing so, they destroy any remaining attraction. But the man who understands this game knows the power of walking away. He doesn't beg, he doesn't plead, and he doesn't lower his standards just to keep a woman around. He knows that if she doesn't see his value, he has no reason to stay. Let's say you're seeing a woman and she starts acting distant. She's taking longer to respond, canceling plans, or giving you excuses. The average guy will double his efforts trying to win her back. But the man who truly understands attraction will do the opposite. He pulls away too. He lets her feel his absence instead of forcing his presence. And guess what happens? If she has any interest in you at all, she'll notice the shift. She'll start wondering why you're not chasing like every other guy. That curiosity makes her reevaluate her own feelings. And if she was testing you, she'll see that you're a man who won't tolerate disrespect. But here's the key. You can't fake this. You have to mean it. You have to genuinely be willing to walk away if a woman isn't meeting your standards. Because the moment she senses that you're bluffing, you lose all power. So here's the reality. The man who can walk away is the man who gets respected. And once you master this mindset, you'll notice something interesting. The women who once ignored you suddenly start paying attention. Step 3. Ignore her beauty. Challenge her mind. The third strategy is crucial. Ignore her beauty and challenge her mind. Most men mess up the moment they meet a beautiful woman. They get mesmerized, nervous, and start treating her like she's some kind of goddess. And you know what? She can feel it. She's used to guys worshipping her just because she looks good. But here's the truth. Beauty means nothing if a woman brings nothing else to the table. And deep down, she knows it too. She meets men all the time who put her on a pedestal for no reason other than her looks. It gets boring. She doesn't respect men who are so easily swayed. That's why the man who challenges her mentally stands out. He's not throwing compliments at her left and right. He's not agreeing with everything she says just to win points. Instead, he makes her think. He teases her. He questions her. He doesn't let her off the hook just because she's pretty. And this is what most men don't understand. Women don't fall for men who give them everything too easily. They fall for men who make them work for it. If she feels like she has to impress you instead of the other way around, everything changes. That's when she starts craving your validation instead of you chasing hers. Think about it. Why do women always go after the guy who doesn't seem that interested? Because he's different. He's not handing out attention like candy. He's not afraid to challenge her opinions, call her out, or make her earn his respect. And that right there is what makes her want him. Most guys are afraid to do this because they think they'll lose her. But that's the wrong mindset. If a woman loses interest, the moment you stop acting like a fanboy, she was never really interested in you to begin with. So here's the shift. Stop seeing beauty as the ultimate prize. When you start treating attractive women like regular people, you instantly separate yourself from the crowd. And once she realizes you're not just another guy who falls at her feet, that's when she starts looking at you differently. Step 4. Master the power of silence. The fourth step is to master the power of silence. Men talk too much. That's the problem. The moment they get around a woman they like, they feel the need to fill every silence, explain themselves, prove their worth, or entertain her with endless conversation. And guess what? It kills attraction. If you're always talking, always reacting, and always trying to keep the conversation alive, you're sending one clear message. You need her attention. And the second she senses that, she knows she has control. Wake up. Real men don't beg for attention. They don't feel the need to over-explain, overshare, or overcompensate with words. They know that silence is powerful. It builds tension, creates mystery, and forces the other person to invest in the conversation. Think about the men who naturally command respect. Are they the ones constantly talking, trying to impress everyone? No. They speak with purpose. They don't say more than necessary. And when they do speak, people actually listen. But here's what most guys do wrong. When a conversation slows down, they panic. They start rambling, asking unnecessary questions, or desperately trying to keep the woman entertained. And that's when she checks out. Because if you can't even handle a little silence, how are you going to handle real challenges in life? Instead, try this. Next time you're with a woman, embrace the silence. Let her be the one to fill the gaps. If she asks a question, don't rush to answer. If she tells a story, don't jump in with your own just to keep the attention on you. Hold back. Make her wonder what you're thinking. And here's the best part. Women respect men who don't give away everything too easily. When you control your words, you control the frame. she starts leaning in, working harder for your attention, and feeling that natural pull toward you. So stop talking so much. Stop trying to impress. Stop filling every second with empty words. Silence is strength. Use it. Step 5. Make her jealous. Without even trying. The 5th step to getting any woman attracted to you, even if she's not interested, is to make her jealous without even trying. Let's be honest. Women want what other women want. It's in their nature. If they see a man who's in high demand, suddenly he becomes 10 times more attractive. But if no other woman is showing interest, he's invisible. Now, here's where most guys get it wrong. They think making a woman jealous means openly flirting with other women in front of her, bragging about their options, or playing childish games. That's weak. A man who truly understands attraction doesn't need to force jealousy. It happens naturally because he's a man of value. Women can sense when a man is wanted. It's in the way he carries himself. The confidence, the ease in his conversations, the fact that he doesn't put her on a pedestal because he knows he has options. That alone makes her take notice. Let's say you're out with a group of people and you're casually talking to another woman, not flirting, just engaging in an interesting conversation. The woman who wasn't paying much attention to you before, now she's watching. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because she suddenly sees you in a different light. She sees that other women enjoy your presence, which makes her wonder why. And that's the key. You don't force it. You just live your life in a way that naturally attracts attention. You focus on your purpose, improve yourself, and surround yourself with people who appreciate you. When women pick up on that energy, they can't help but take interest. Here's the brutal truth. If a woman thinks no other woman wants you, she's not going to want you either. It's basic psychology. People desire what seems valuable. And when a man is already being admired by other women, it signals that he's worth something. So don't waste time trying to prove your worth to her. Let your value speak for itself. When she sees that you're already someone women are drawn to, she won't want to be left out. That's how you create attraction without chasing. So, here's the hard truth. Women don't choose the best man. They choose the man who makes them feel the strongest emotions. You could be the nicest, most hard-working guy out there, but if she doesn't feel that pull toward you, none of it matters. This is where most men lose. They think being good enough will win her over. It won't. Attraction isn't about fairness. It's not about who deserves what. It's about power, mystery, emotional highs and lows. If you don't understand how to trigger that, you'll always be the guy she likes, but never truly desires. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been ignored by a woman, only to see her chase after a man who didn't even try? Drop a comment below and share your experience. I'll be checking the comments and reaching out. Let's talk about it. Because here's the thing, too many men are waking up too late. But if you've made it this far, you already have an advantage. Most guys will never learn this stuff, but you're here, paying attention. Now it's time to apply it. Thanks for watching, and remember, stop chasing, start commanding. I'll see you in the next video.